So when you're doing things in this world, um, you often run into situations where there's favoritism shown from one person to the next. And a lot of times it's sexist or it's racist. And so the person complains that, well, the man was given this job, and that man, he was allowed to advance because of the buddy system, the good old boy network. So this woman, she didn't get the job because the good old boy network kind of blocked her out, or she didn't get to go to a certain class because the good old boys blocked her out, or a minority didn't get to go because the way things were, they favored this other person. And the response is 90% of the time, the response is, well, if you just work harder, you can learn that. So you didn't get to go to this class. So go to night school, get a second job, save up the money, and then take vacation and go to the course. Well, here's the thing about that. The thing that nobody talks about when they use these talking points. If you and I are trying to vie for a slot, that there's a limited number of people that can go to. And I've got to spend 6 months working a second job so I can get the money together to pay for the course. Then I got to take my vacation time, which means I can't go on vacation and I'm all stressed out because I can't get any vacation. So I save my vacation time to go and take this course. Then I come back and I go and I apply for this job and I'm competing against this guy. And I lose. And everybody's saying, well, you didn't try hard enough. See, that's when you miss the point. The first point is that the 6 months that you were working 2 jobs, getting little sleep, the other guy was relaxed, working 8 hours, no stress, studying. Okay, so now you're cramming and you had to work 2 jobs. You didn't get the proper amount of sleep. You were distracted. Okay, you are competing against him. He has an advantage. Oh, no, what? So what? No big deal. He's got a little advantage. That ain't nothing. You just work harder. In the world the way it is today, most of the jobs now that are worth anything are technology based. Technology is growing so fast, every 90 days there's a new development. So the guy who takes 6 months of going to work somewhere else to get ready to go to a school, right? He's already 2 technological advances behind this guy before he even starts the class. And if the class lasts a year, then, hey, think about it. If the class lasts a year, now he's 4 more technological advances behind the first guy. So it's a talking point and it's a rationalization. But if things were fair, they'd both be competing on even ground. So don't believe the bull crap. Don't fall for it. It's a deflection. Because if things were fair, you'd both be competing at the job on the same footing. and telling the guy, hey, look, you just need to work harder, and not telling the other people, stop cheating. Stop going out of your way to put this person down. You need to do both. You need to tell a person, yes, you need to work harder, because people get lazy. That's acceptable. But you also need to make sure that the other guy isn't cheating. So to just make these statements is being disingenuous. But the thing is that since nobody ever talks about that, most of you never even thought about that. So even though people like me might bring that point up, it'll take about 5 years before people realize that what I'm saying makes sense. Which means that a whole lot of other people, minorities and women, will be denied positions just because of favoritism. Favoritism in contracts, in government contracts, is illegal. But this is what's happening. And like I said, the excuse they're using is, well, if you just work harder, it'll all work out. Okay? It doesn't all work out. You get there. Okay? But running a race with a bowling ball tied to your ankle is not running a race. Now, anything that one can accomplish, the other has an advantage. If you have two guys and you give them the same amount of money and tell them that they can do anything they want to with this money, okay, and one guy takes $5 and hands it to a crackhead and says, break one of this guy's legs and put him in a coma. And then he goes off and he starts investing in this money. The other guy is in the hospital and he goes, yo, this guy, he paid somebody to beat me up. And you tell him, I don't believe you, or maybe you do believe him, but you still tell him, oh, you just have to get up out that bed and go and do this. Well, he got a concussion. Or maybe he got a serious brain injury. And he doesn't remember things anymore. So whatever money he can make is going to be less than the other guy can make. So just quit with all this lying. Now, that doesn't mean that there aren't people out here who don't whine for no reason. But at the same time, you're giving people who deliberately go out of their way to sabotage other people's lives, you're giving them a free pass by saying, oh, you just work harder, you'll be all right. It's bullcrap.